Okay, so the Kaizo Ironmon move tier list. So we've already made the ability tier list, and we've made the tier list for all the Pokemon. This will be the third and final one in the Kaizo tier list series. Moves are a little bit trickier, I would say, than the other ones, because moves are super contextual. So based on what mon you have, what spread you have, what coverage you have, like so many factors, like how much PP your moves have, how accurate your moves are. Like there's so many factors to determining like how valuable a move is. So we're gonna go like in a vacuum here. We're gonna look at how much coverage does that one move provide, how much PP does it have, what secondary effects does it have. Like when we're factoring these in, it's not a case of like, oh, this move could be amazing in this one situation. It's how universally applicable is this move. So we'll just go in alphabetical order for now, and see where we get to. So acid armor is +2 to your defense stat. So this is best used at the beginning of the game. You can use this against Brock to maybe lock down a Brock. But generally, you don't want to be using defensive setups, except for Calm Minds, because you're getting special attack at the same time. But defensive setup in Kaizo is normally bad because you just want to be one-shotting stuff and you want to be ahead most of the time. I wouldn't call this an F tier. I would call this a D tier ability. It's got its use against Brock. It can have its uses throughout the game if you have a really, defensively weak mon or something. So it's not useless, but it's certainly nothing amazing. Acid. Acid is a, I believe, 30 PP, 40 power move. It has a chance to lower the defense of the opponent. It's only super effective against grass types, so it's not exactly amazing. I would say Acid is probably... I mean, so we're going to go S tier is absolute, god tier moves you'd want on anything. A tier is just really good moves like that you can fit into most move sets that cover a lot of stuff. F tier is like totally useless. So D tier is just stuff that you wouldn't mind having. No, we'll go back to the run after this, Bob. I think Acid is better than Acid Armor. Like offense is better than defense in Kaizo more often than not. Agility. Agility is better than Acid Armor. Exarion won with agility. Being able to make slow mons come online is actually pretty interesting. I would put agility in C tier. Agility is much, much better than buffing your defense, because taking a mon that's either totally slow and bringing it online, or even taking a mon that's going second sometimes and always going first is really, really solid. Also Bodig. So agility's not bad. Amnesia is the special defense version of Acid Armor. I would be inclined to put... thank you for that follow. I'd be inclined to put Amnesia above Acid Armor. Special moves generally are just really, really powerful and have a lot of secondary effects. So being able to have a little bit more wiggle room against special moves is not a bad thing at all. But they're much of a muchness, these two, really. Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam is A tier in Kaizo, I would say. In Survival, it's S tier, but in Kaizo, it's 20 PP, it's 60 power. Ice is amazing coverage. Ice offensive coverage is absolutely nuts. It's either high A, low S. Like, Aurora Beam is fantastic. Boy, oh boy, is Aurora Beam good. I might promote it to S tier. I just have to give that some thought. But Ice offensively is insane. Oh shit, we got a raid. Tej, thank you for the raid, dude. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Tej, please, one of the mods? We're doing a Kaizo Ironmon tier list at the moment, Tej, and raiders. So we're rating all the moves. But welcome in. I really do appreciate it. Rock Blast is S tier. Or did you just get Rock Blasted, or did you do some good stuff with Rock Blast? Anyway, all right, Barrage. Barrage is terrible. Barrage is absolutely terrible. Most of the multi-hit moves are. I'm gonna put Barrage in D tier. I would put Barrage down here, honestly. You had Barrage as well. You had Rock Blast and Barrage, really. There's no one's shouting him out yet. I'll do it. So, thank you so much for the raid, Tej. So guys, if you don't know TGH, he is a Zelda speedrunner. He has the Tunic world record, I believe, at the moment as well. Lovely guy. You can find him over there. He plays Kaizo Ironmon. We actually restreamed him doing a Snorlax E4 attempt the other day, and he got very, very unlucky, unfortunately. But he's a great guy. You should go check him out. And thanks for that follow. Barrier. Barrier is basically Acid Armor. So I think Barrier has more PP than Acid Armor, if I'm not mistaken. But it's basically the same thing, right? It's a +2 defense. So much of muchness. Bide, utterly useless. Bide is F tier. Absolutely it is. And thank you for that follow as well. The Stoice is alive, yeah. The Stoice is past Brock. It's looking really nice. But yeah, we're going to get this done before we play that again. Bind. Bind is also F tier. Bind is better than Bide. I guess. I mean, like, they both suck. Like, you're never going to use either of these, ever. Yeah, it doesn't really matter for those two. All right, Bite is A tier. Bite is offensively slightly worse than Aurora Beam, but it's really, really nice. The flinch chance is fantastic. The coverage on Dark type is pretty spectacular. You would press Bind before Bide. Yeah, so that's why I got that ahead. But yeah, it's there's not much between them. Blizzard. Ooh. Blizzard is a nice button to have in Kaizo. It's 5 PP, so it's not very good at all in survival. But in Kaizo, where you can keep getting it back, I'd say this is C tier. It's very, very inaccurate. It's definitely not as good as Agility. But having a big button that just destroys Dragon Flyers is very nice to have. So this wouldn't be your first choice of ice move. This is probably the worst ice move, or certainly down there. But you would be very, very inclined to hang on to this if you didn't have big dragon coverage. Yeah, I think C is definitely is suitable for this. Yeah, you never get stab on ice moves. You just, like, ice defensively is really, really bad. Body Slam is good. I think Body Slam is a solid... Body Slam's an A, honestly. Body Slam is a strong, 100% accurate move. It can paralyze. It gets stab on big things like Snorlax and Blissey. Body Slam's just a really nice utility move. Normal hits most things in the game pretty well. I think Bite wins out against Body Slam for me, just because Bite can be super effective and the flinch is really valuable. But yeah, it's contact. I mean, yes, but I definitely think it's somewhere in the A tier. It's a very good move. Bone Club. I'm gonna look up Bone Club. I never use it. 85 accuracy, 65 power, 20 PP, 10% flinch chance. So ground is good coverage, pretty inaccurate. Yeah, it's probably here. It's probably very, very high D tier. It's better than Acid. It covers way better than Acid. Yeah, you didn't even know it can flinch. Yeah, it just never comes online. Like, you would never use Bone Club if you had any other options. But yeah, it's better than Acid. It at least has good super effective utility. No, I think it would be extremely low C if it were. Let's leave it there for now. We can always promote it. Like, I think you only really get a sense of the tiers when you start to like pad them out, because then you can see the things around them, and you're like, hey, well, this thing's so much better than that thing. All right, Bone Meringue, another pretty awful move. It is not contact, I believe. Let's just check it out. Non-contact, 10 PP, 50 power, hits twice. It's a lot better than Bone Club. Boomerang is usable. Boomerang is probably a good B, in my opinion. Not the best ground move in the world, but ground is fantastic coverage. You wouldn't say no to Boomerang if if it was your only choice in ground coverage, you'd take it. Yeah, 100 power, 90 accuracy, 10 PP. Definitely a good Kaizo move. Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Brownie? Double crit chance? Yeah, there is that too. All right, Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam is a 20 PP, I believe 65 power water move that can slow the enemy 10% of the time, if I'm not mistaken. Water's just really good offensively. It covers a lot. I think Bubble Beam is a nice B as well. I think Bubble Beam's better than Boomerang. Water is just really, really handy. Like, it just covers so much of the mons in the game. Like, whether it's super effective or not, like, it's just covering. And, like, if we're just, like, putting value on the fact that you, like, so often you would want to run a Watermon in Kaizo, it gets really high value on stab. Same level as Aurora Beam? I would disagree on that. Aurora Beam is offensively so fantastic. It covers all the big dragons. Like, Ice is just so versatile. Some of you reckon A? It's definitely not as good as Aurora Beam. In my opinion, it's worse than Bite. It's either very, it's on the lower side of A or it's high B. Again, we'll pad it out, and I think we'll get more of an idea as we go. All right, Bubble, F tier. You just wouldn't want to use Bubble. 20 power, like, it's not the worst thing ever. Like, it can still hit things like Onyx and Golem, but you would never use this if you had the choice, ever. And Clamp is even worse. Clamp is terrible. Clamp is 35 power, misses all the time, and the residual damage in Kaizo is basically meaningless because you want to one-shot everything. Is there a better water move in Kaizo? Yes, Water Spout is S tier. We'll get there eventually. And Crab Hammer's not bad, honestly. All right, Comet Punch is... How does Comet Punch compare to Barrage? Comet Punch is one of those moves you just wouldn't use very often. Uh, 18 power, 85 accuracy. It's really bad. So it's actually, I mean, like, Barrage hits harder, doesn't it? So it's worse than Barrage. And it's contact. So yeah, it's really, really bad. I mean, would you guys rather use Bubble or Comet Punch? Comet Punch probably hits harder. Worse than Bubble? I think it might be. I think you'd probably rather use Bubble than Comet Punch. You wouldn't want to use either, but I think more often than not you'd find more use for Bubble. Yeah, Bubble has super effectiveness. Let's double check Barrage. I might be conflating Barrage with something else. Barrage is 15 power, 85 accuracy. So it's basically the same thing, but it's non-contact. And it has more PP. I think Barrage is fine where it is. It's non-contact and it has more PP. I think Barrage is just fine where it is. Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray is pretty good. It never misses. It's shed coverage. This goes up in B or A, I think. Having the ability to just give the opponent a 50-50 chance to just not be able to do anything is really fantastic, and it's shed coverage. Riz is Swamp at 1 because it had Teeter Dance. It's probably worse than Bubble Beam. I think you'd rather have a move that does proactive damage, but I think Confuse Ray is really, really nice. What do you guys reckon between Confuse Ray and Boomerang? It's definitely not as good as Bubble Beam. You like Bone more? The bone has good coverages. All right, let's do it like that then. It's definitely B tier, but it's not. You know, you'd always rather have proactive damage and like good coverage moves. In Kaizo, it's just the way it is. But I do really like the fact that this is like shed coverage, and if you're going first, it's a really good setup. All right, Confusion. Confusion's one of the weaker psychic moves, but it's very high PP and can't miss. So there's a place for Confusion in the moveset. Let's just double check it. 50 power, 25 PP, 10% chance to confuse. I feel like this is C tier. I think this is just fine. Confusion's just very nice middle of the road move. You wouldn't say no to it, but there's so many moves you take over it. So yeah, I think high C, very high C is a good place for that to be. All right, Constrict. Constrict is just awful, dude. Man, would you just wouldn't press Constrict ever. Ever. You'd probably have it over Bide. I don't think you'd ever want to use Bide. But boy, oh boy, is Constrict awful. One of the worst moves in the game. Conversion, F. I've tried running Conversion. Conversion like turns you into the same type as one of your moves, so you can create stab situations. I've tried doing that. The cost of losing a move slot to make that work is just worthless. Never use Conversion. Not worth it. Counter. I think Counter has to be D tier. Counter can get you out of the lab sometimes. The thing is, like, to use Counter or Miracle, you have to be taking damage. And in Kaizo, you do not want to be taking damage. Like, you just don't. It's not F tier, because it can be really, really fantastic in certain situations. It's great on a Mans, but then Manses just aren't very good. I think, like, for me, I'm going to put it down here for now. We might... I mean, it might be here. Somewhere around here. Just... the fact that you have to take damage to make it work, and you know, unless you have really, really fantastic notes, you don't even know if they're going to use a physical move. It's like it can be really good just to get out of the lab. But yeah, let's put it down here, and we'll adjust it in a second. Let's just put Mirror Coat there as well. Where's Mirror Coat? Mirror Coat. There it is. So Counter doesn't work against ghosts. Mirror Coat doesn't work against dark types. There are more ghosts than dark types in Gen 3. Cut is illegal. Let me whack that one down there. All right, Crab Hammer. Crab Hammer's honestly not all that bad. Its accuracy is its main detriment. 90 power, 85 accuracy, high crit chance. I think it's a B. I think you'd probably take the reliability of Bubble Beam over the power of the Crab Hammer, given the choice. I think I personally would rather have Confuse Ray. Like, having the shed coverage and the ability to impair the enemy. You know, I lost my my Heart Gold Kaizo because I had Crab Hammer and I missed like 9 times. It really is nasty. Defense Curl is just F tier. Like, you never want to buff your defenses. Like, you don't want to spend a turn doing that in Kaizo, and to only get 1 value out of it is just terrible. I'm gonna move conversion up. I'm gonna move conversion all the way to here, I think, above clamp. But yeah, unfortunately, defense curl, you just don't want to use it. Defense card rollout, yeah, but we're not basing the tier list off of the 1 in a million combos. We're trying to go off of like just generalized, you know, as general as we can get it. Dig's pretty good. Dig is 100 accuracy, which is good. Johnny, thanks for my gifted sub to Yogi. I appreciate it. 60 power, 10 PP, 100 accuracy. Dig is... I mean, dig, just ground coverage is really nice. But it is contact. I think this is probably a B. I think it's 10 PP is a little bit detrimental. I think it's probably close to Bone Meringue. Yeah, and the EQ punish. It's definitely in B. The question is where in B. Destiny Bonds, yeah. It has its problems. I think it's worse than Boomerang. Boomerang's not contact and hits harder. So I'd probably put it down here, somewhere in Crab Hammer territory. Maybe it's a little bit better than Crab Hammer just because of the coverage. Alright, Disabled. This is a really interesting move. I've seen people make this work. Centaur took an Arcanine all the way to the 8th gym in Platinum with Disable. Being able to see a move you don't like and just say no to it can be really, really powerful. High C, low D. I think it's low D. I would put this maybe here. Somewhere around there. It's better than buffing your defenses. Taking away a move like that's bad for you is better than just buffing your defenses, I think. This is one of those like it's not going to get used very often in Kaizo. In Kaizo, you want to be going first and one-shotting as much as possible. So you'd rather take something that's dealing damage. You're generally like, agility is an exception because agility allows you to be proactive for the rest of the fight. But most non-offensive moves or buffs will be on the lower end for Kaizo. Is that only 55% accuracy? Holy shit, dude. Alright, it's quite a bit worse then. Let's put it down here. At least these always proc. I didn't realize it was basically a coin flip. No worries, Zed. Have a good one, dude. Take care. Alright, Dizzy Punch. Dizzy Punch is pretty good. Dizzy Punch is 10 PP, 20% confuse chance, 100% accuracy. Was it like 70 power or something? Yeah, 70 power. This is just like a nice, this is like confusion. This is just like a nice staple move. You wouldn't necessarily say no to it, but there's so many better things just because it doesn't provide coverage. It's just a neutral move. It's better than confusion in my opinion. Like in Kaizo, you wanna be spamming like a stronger move. And Dizzy Punch fits that niche. It's just not that strong. Like in my opinion, you would always use the coverage of Crab Hammer or Dig. Like normal's just fine. Normal is just fine. Alright, Double Edge. I don't think Double Edge is F tier in Kaizo because at least you're gonna go PC more often than not. It's still not great though. It's not great. 120 power, 100 accuracy, 15 PP, 1/3 recoil. For now I put Dizzy Punch here. Yeah, the recoil's kind of nasty. This probably belongs around where Blizzard is. Like, you don't want to press this button very often, but it's nice to have a big button that does something. This is like a get out of jail move if you're in a really, really bad spot. I think that will do for now. Like, if you're in a really tight spot, having a massive move, like even the cost of recoil, is pretty nice to have around. All right, double kick. Double kick is really, really good. The main downside of double kick is it plays into contact twice. But 2 chances to crit, 100 accuracy, high PP. Fighting is like such good coverage. Double kick is probably... Ooh. I'm almost inclined to put this all the way up here. Really spectacular. Yeah, it's going alphabetically, gen by gen. So this is all the Gen 1 moves at the moment. I think double kick is really fantastic. I think the fact that there's so many better fighting moves and it plays into contact twice puts it down there. Double slap belongs next to Comet Punch. Not much to say. It's a multi-hit contact move, so it's fine there. Double team. Double team is interesting. I think being able to dodge is generally better than buffing 1 defense. Being able to just generally dodge everything. But even so, eventually they will hit you. So you could use double team fairly well. But it's not going to be run defining or anything. I'm almost inclined to put this in low C. You could make a decent Elite 4 attempt out of using double team. In acid armor territory, I think it's better than acid armor because being at acid armor's 2 defense, double team is a chance to dodge everything. Johnny, thank you for gifting us up to Bob as well. Maybe I'll put it down here. I think it's okay. It's nothing amazing, but actually, to be fair, I guess it is here because I would rather have acid. I think. Dragon Rage. If we were talking about at the start of the game, this is an S tier move, of course. It devalues the moment you've beaten Brock, though. So 1 shots nearly everything up until Brock. In Brock's gym, it 1 or 2 shots, and after that, it very quickly devalues. But honestly, having just a straight up 40 power move as a finisher, not terrible. It's not bad. I would put this over Blizzard. This move, just having it as your 4th move slot to finish stuff off, reliably throughout the game, it never misses. It's not bad. I don't think we can put it in B tier because we're trying to generalize across the whole run. So, in the E4, when you could be doing 300 damage with, Ice Beam or something. Yep, Drill Peck is S tier. Absolutely. Drill Peck is insane. Flying coverage is God tier. Flying hits everything. It's 80 power. Drill Peck is S tier without stab. If you have stab, EQ is S tier too. These 2 moves are crazy. Yeah, I put Drill Peck above Earthquake. I know Earthquake's non-contact, but Drill Peck has more PP, it hits more things, it covers really nicely. They're both amazing. They are both insane. But we'll play around with the S tiers towards the end, because they're all pretty contentious about where they should go. Egg Bomb. Egg Bomb's just fine. I would take Egg Bomb over Bone Club. I wouldn't take Egg Bomb over Double Edge, though. I take the reliability of Double Edge along with its recoil, I think. So I think Egg Bomb can just go at the top of D. It's fine. Yeah, there's nothing that can get around Drill Peck. Drill Peck will hit no matter what. So that's why it's so good. Egg Bomb's never been grass type, has it? I'm not sure what you're thinking of. Alright, Explosion. Let's just put that down at the bottom F tier. You literally lose the run if you use it. And while we're at it, let me put Self-Destruct down there too. Funnily enough, losing the run, not so good. So let's put those down there. Okay, the fire moves. Flamethrower, S tier, even better than Drill Peck. Flamethrower is just so nuts. Everyone knows how good this move is. 95 power, 15 PP, never misses, 10% burn chance. So good. Yeah, C-Bomb, that might be the one. Fire Spin, F tier. Fire Spin's only really good advantage is its shed coverage, but multi-turn moves are just generally really bad. I would take Fire Spin over Clamp, so I'm going to put it there. But Fire Spin's really awful. Ember. Ember is okay, but we're not considering Stab very much here, because we're talking in the general sense. So it's a 40 power move. It's shed coverage. You know, it's high PP. It's non-contact. It can burn. It's just kind of whatever. Low D. I would take Ember over Acid. Ember and Acid are pretty similar, and Ember covers more things. So to me, Ember goes there, just above Acid. Not as good as Bone Club. Fire Blast in Kaizo fits the same mold as Blizzard. It's not accurate. It's low PP, but it's nice to have a big button. It's shed coverage. I think it's fine there. I think it's just better than Blizzard. But these big button moves are pretty similar. Fire Punch. Fire Punch is pretty good. Fire Punch is still special in Gen 3. Yeah, it's definitely better than Blizzard. Definitely better than Blizzard. I think it's fine there for now. I think Drage, like, just generalized across the run, is better than Fire Blast. Fire Punch is 100% accurate, burn chance, 15, 75. Fire's just really damn good, dude. Fire Punch probably goes here. Or does it go here? It probably goes above Bite, honestly. It covers some of the same things. Hits most things in the game. It's definitely not as good as Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam has more PP, and it's non-contact, and it can lower the attack. So I like Aurora Beam more for coverage, but yeah, Fire Punch is very, very good. Fissure. Fissure's not a great Oko. It can it doesn't hit birds. It doesn't hit levitate. It's extremely inaccurate. It's not. I don't put any Okos in F tier. I don't think. I think having a button that gets you out of jail is valuable in its own right. You never want to have a mon with an Oko on it necessarily, but if you're struggling to make a good moveset in the mid game, just being able to delete something that, like, you know is a threat isn't the worst thing in the world. I think I'm just going to slap all the Okos at the bottom of D tier. You're not going to want to use them, but I just don't think it's F tier. Fissure is the worst Oko. Alright, fine. We'll put Fissure here. You'd probably take Bobble over Fissure. Let's be honest. But some of the other Okos I think can go in the bottom of D tier. Flail. Flail sucks. You never want to use Flail. Flail's really low power, and the only time it's not is when you're nearly dead, and you don't want to be nearly dead in Kaizo, so Flail can go in F. Flail is probably all the way down here somewhere. Terrible. Focus Energy. Focus Energy is pretty damn bad. Focus Energy increases your chance to crit. Crit does get you around stat changes, so there is some small level of value to critting. But generally, you just always want to have proactive moves that deal damage over something like this. So I think Focus Energy, I personally would take Focus Energy over Double Slap or Comet Punch. Making another move just crit more often, to me, is better than these like awful moves. Fury attack goes with the others. Fury attack can just go with double slap and comet punch. Fury swipes, same thing. All of these are much of a muchness. They all suck. Oh, is Fury attack the one that's more accurate? Let's have a look. Nope. Yeah, they all suck. Yeah, I know Plisky. I mostly like that's why it's still an F tier, because it's better to just hit twice more often than not. Its only real value is getting around things that have set up, so it's not amazing. Glare, 75 accuracy, 100%. It's just 75 accuracy paralysis. Being able to paralyze is fine, but paralysis is one of the weakest statuses to inflict on your opponent. Using a move slot, what's up, Dessel? Using a move slot to paralyze, like, it's not that great. I think it's going to just go in low D. I would never use this if I had the choice, but you can make some value out of it. Growl, F tier, lowering the opponent's attack by 1 stage. This is worse than defense curl. Lowering the opponent's stat is always worse than buffing your own. Growth, buffing your special attack by 1 stage. Very, very solid. I think just because sweeping on special attackers is so strong in Kaizo, this is an automatic like B tier. Like, being able to just buff all of your special attacks, and special attack sweepers are god tier in Kaizo. It's really, really good. I'd still, like, obviously Tail Glow is, like, just, you know, twice as good. So Tail Glow is going to be S tier. Growth is a lot slower. Like, having to take 4 turns to buff yourself the same amount as 2 Tail Glows. I don't think it's even A tier. I think high B is where it goes. But yeah, it's fantastic. There's no doubt about that. Guillotine is, I think Guillotine and Horn Drill for me can go in the lowest of D. They're better than Fissure. But I understand why people don't like them at all. Gust is okay. Gust is a non-contact, high PP move. This is like Ember. This is like a slightly worse version of Ember. Covers a lot of stuff too. Not much more to say about it. Gust, Ember, and Acid are all peas in a pod. Harden, same thing as Defense Curl, goes down there. Haze, resetting status changes is okay. But using a move slot to do it, not so much. Yeah, I think it's not the worst thing to have on your moveset, but using a move slot just to reset, like, proactivity is always better. So you'll see the tier list in the end. Proactive moves will be at the top. Damaging stuff will be better than defensive stuff. Like, it's just the nature of Kaizo that you want to be the aggressor as much as possible. Headbutt, 15 PP, 70 power, can't miss, and you can flinch 30% of the time. Headbutt's pretty damn good. Dizzy Punch C, Body Slam A, so I think Headbutt can go maybe here somewhere. Maybe even here. Headbutt's really, really nice. Like, being able to, like, potentially flinch spam for a few turns. Like, say it's contact, so, you know, and it's not the strongest move in the game. Flame Wheel's down somewhere, Mel, because it's a later gen, it's Gen 2. Headbutt below Bite, yeah, Bite's shed coverage and has super effective on multiple typings, whereas Headbutt's neutral and can't hit ghosts, and is weak against rock, and is weak against steel. So, definitely. High Jump Kick. Now there's a spicy move. we're not assuming you're ever going to have compound ice here. It's worse than double kick. Swallow's signature move, yeah. Next to double edge, it would go above double edge, if that were the case. It's really, like, it depends on how much of a gambler you are. It's one of those things, like, high jump kick and jump kick aren't going to devastate you that often, but when they do, it's going to kill you. It's going to really, really hurt. We've probably all seen clips of Callie dying because of high jump kick missing or something, so when it does miss, it's awful. Horn attack. Horn attack's just like the most vanilla move ever. Horn attack goes with confusion, I think. Let me double check. .65 power. Yeah, it's just very, very vanilla. It's fine. Having this is fine. You wouldn't say no to it if you didn't have anything better, but it's never going to set the world on fire. It's just good. That's what C tier is. Like, C tier is just things that, you know, wouldn't be the worst thing to have, but there's better stuff out there. Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump belongs next to Fire Blast and Blizzard. Same sort of situation. It's nice to have a big button. It's more accurate than Blizzard. It doesn't have shed coverage, so it just fits in nicely between those two. Hyper Beam, on the other hand, this isn't Gen 1 Hyper Beam. Losing a turn for a normal move like that does 120, it's terrible. I think Hyper Beam is F. I would have Hyper Beam over Bubble as a button to press if I really, really need to, but you'd replace this as quickly as possible. Yeah, but we're trying to equalize without stab hit control. You have to remember, Gen 1 is S tier for sure. I'm trying to generalize across every run. So if you're excluding stab, then yeah. Hyperfang, nah. Hyperfang's a much worse version of Headbutt. Hyperfang's probably C. It's fine. But it's not as accurate. Top of D. It's definitely a lot worse than it's worse than Dizzy Punch. It can miss. It's just kind of whatever. Yeah, it's quite a bit worse than Headbutt. Let's just double check it. 80 power, 90 accuracy, 10% flinch chance, 15 PP. I would say it can go bottom of C. I think you take this over Egg Bomb 100%. I'd rather have Double Edge though as a big button. Hypnosis, not great. Sleep, sleep's decent. This goes like with Glare, but it's worse than Glare. It's just not very reliable. Okay, Ice Beam, right up here, baby. Ice Beam is nuts. Ice coverage offensively is just a dream. Flyers, bugs, no, not bugs, flyers, rock, no, ground, dragon, flying dragons, like, there's so many flyers. It just hits so many things. There's so many 4-timers. We can quibble about Ice Beam or Flamethrower, because Flamethrower is shed coverage. But Ice offensively is just insane. Yeah, Grass. Offensively, Ice is just so damn good. Alright, Ice Punch. 75 power. I think Ice Punch, for me, probably goes above Aurora Beam just because, like, the power. Yeah, that is true, Bob. The 10 PP on on Ice Beam really hurts it. I don't know why Flamethrower and T-Bolt get 15, and it doesn't. Ice Punch is fantastic. Like ice typings really get rated highly for me. Offensively, Ice is just fantastic. Jump Kick is more reliable than High Jump Kick, but it doesn't hit as hard. I think it can literally go like here. Like you would be more inclined to press Jump Kick just because it won't miss as often. But it's got the same problem where it probably goes here actually. If you miss, it's not going to be good for you. Maybe actually here. Dragon Rage is at least reliable. I think it goes there. I think you'd rather press these big buttons than High Jump Kick, but Jump Kick's more reliable than these big buttons. So I kind of like that. Aurora Beam better than Ice Punch. I mean, Aurora Beam's non-contact and it's 20 PP, so it's debatable between the two of them. Karate Chop, very good move. I think Karate Chop is in the Bs. It's above Dig. 50 power, high crit chance, high PP. Karate Chop's good. Fighting in ice is just really good offensively. Very good offensively. I think I like it there for now. I like the Confuse Ray, like tech with the shed coverage and everything. That's Brick Break. Detox. That one's going way up there. But yeah, Karate Chop's just fine. Kinesis, lowering the opponent's accuracy. Nah. You don't want to be doing that. It's better than... It's probably better than Bind, but yeah. Lowering the opponent's accuracy... So, and it can miss, yeah, that's true. Not great. Where's Extrasensory? Extrasensory is Gen 2, so we'll see that one in a little while. This is gen by gen in alphabetical order. So Extrasensory is down here somewhere. Lear... All of these go down in F. I'm not gonna like organize F all that much anymore. I'm just gonna put them all like kind of in their kind of category of like lowering stats and stuff on the enemy, which is kind of useless. Lick. Lick goes with Bubble. At least it's shed coverage. Light Screen. Light Screen, halving special moves. Just pressing it once and halving damage from special moves. It can go here-ish somewhere. Like, whatever. You wouldn't, C? I don't know. Using up a button. I think it's fine there. Lovely Kiss is the one that puts them to sleep, right? Oh, there's a ton of moves, dude. There's a ton of moves. Well, once I start, like, I'll be blitzing pretty soon, because there's a lot of moves coming up that all fit the same mold. That, you know, like Minimize just goes next to thanks for that follow, by the way. Minimize goes next to like Double Team or something. So actually, Minimize is worse than Double Team. So we'll see. All right, Lovely Kiss is Sleep. It's better than Hypnosis. It can go... Yeah, it can go there, I think. Sleep is fine. Low Kick is S tier. Yep. Low Kick is so insane in Kaizo. The fact that when you go through Rick Tunnel, Low Kick hits on like 80 or higher on everything. You'd put Sleep higher. Oh, Bob, Low Kick is nuts, dude. Like, no shot, it's not S tier. Don't worry about that. Where would you have put Sleep, Yogi? I just always rate proactive damage. I guess it could go like here. I would always I would just rate proactive damage personally over sleep. Like confusion's a different matter because confusion is shared coverage, but meditate, buff your attack. Yeah, I think that sounds good to me. Same spot as growth. Mega kick kind of sucks. Low PP, low accuracy, normal typing. Mega kick's like all the way down. I don't know, dude. With Egg Bomb, it's worse than Egg Bomb, I'd say. Probably all the way down here. Mega Kick's pretty awful. Mega Punch. Mega Punch is slightly better. Mega Punch is contact, so Mega Punch can also go like here. Yeah, basically the same thing. All right, time for the most contentious move in the game. Metronome. There'll be some people that'll be like, but Metronome could be all the S tier moves. there they are. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. It can go at the very top of F tier. You would take nearly anything above it, but if you're in a desperate spot, maybe Metronome can get you out of jam. It's fun, if nothing else. It should be in all the tiers. M for meme tier. Yeah. There you go. Splash will join it fairly soon as well. Mimic is useless. Your Mimic and Meme as well. Yeah, I mean, like, Mimic is unusable. Totally unusable. Mirror Move is more proactive than Mimic, because Mimic takes a turn to learn. You want Self-Destruct and Explosion in Meme? Sure, and Memento. Memento goes in meme territory as well, then. Okay, Minimize is not as good as Double Team by any stretch. Minimize only increases evasiveness by 1, and if you minimize, Extrasensory and Needle Arm hit you more. So you just don't want to use Minimize ever. So Minimize can go down here. Mirror Move is okay. Mirror Move, at least, like, if you're fast, you can do stuff with Mirror Move. Mirror Move could be your only ghost coverage in some cases. It's definitely F tier, but it's like right up here in F tier. I think that's fine. Mist is like Safeguard. Mist is like adding shield dust temporarily. Using a move slot for the same price as like what could be an ability is terrible. So Mist goes all the way down there, I think. Nightshade. Okay, so Nightshade is pretty good on tanks. It's always going to do reliable damage. I would say this is C. This is okay. I would take Nightshade over the big buttons, personally. I think Nightshade goes in Dragon Rage kind of territory. We'll have to organize all the seismic tosses and stuff. But I think Dragon Rage, just because of its early game power, can go there. And, like, Nightshade only surpasses Dragon Rage after, like, Surge. So I think that's fine. Payday sucks. Payday is worse than Acid. Worse. I put Payday below like Double Team. It can go there. Payday's just a very weak normal move. Its only benefit is it's non-contact, so it's better than Mega Punch. Peck. Peck is similar. Like these, like Peck is Peck is worse than Gust. Petal Dance. These multi-turn moves, like in Kaizo, aren't very good. We're not assuming you have own tempo here, so that doesn't matter. And multi-turn moves, just like for PP efficiency in Kaizo, is meaningless. So it can go low D. You would use it over Peck 100%. C. I guess it hits harder than these things. Like, these things are pretty lame. I guess we can go there then. That's fine. You convinced me. Pin Missile. Pin Missile's better than the other multi-hit moves. Pin Missile is actually D, in my opinion. If you're struggling for coverage, Pin Missile at least can provide that. I think I put it down there. Pin Missile's a cut above its other multi-hit compatriots. Poison Gas, besides its only advantage is shed coverage. That's the only thing it has going for it. Otherwise, it's entirely useless. So it's F tier, like 100%. It goes down here somewhere. Like, it sucks. I'll put it there just because it's shed coverage. Poison Powder. Again, just using a button to poison is so worthless in Kaizo. You just don't want to do it. Never. You just don't want to use a turn to poison. In Kaizo, it's just a waste of time. Poison Sting. Poison Sting is way worse than Acid. This probably belongs with Bubble and Lick. This probably belongs with Bubble and Lick, Poison Sting. Pound. Pound is worse than Payday. God, how bad is Pound? 40 power, 35 PP. I don't think it's F tier. It does something. It can go way at the bottom of D. It's it at least is like a final hitter or something. Psybeam. Psybeam is better than Confusion. Psybeam is probably a B tier. It's the Funky Star song. Low A? I'm not sure about that. Ooh. I feel like Psybeam fits nicely with these guys. You guys reckon A? I would say I would agree with Yogi. I think it's around here. Maybe there? It's special, so it gets inherent value because you want special attackers. It's like these are the peak of B because they buff your other things. Better than Double Kick. Okay, we'll put it there for now. I think it's A. A's like a cut above. Psychic. Ooh. In Kaizo, it's S tier, right? Like in Survival, it's not. It's either top of A or it's S tier. It's either the bottom of S or the top of A. But yeah, it's definitely the lowest of the S tiers. But in Kaizo, the fact that you can just spam it in the lowest per def is really, really, really good. So yeah, it's easy enough. Psywave, meme. Psywave is a meme. Useless move. Never use it. Ever, 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 ever. Quick Attack. Quick Attack is better than Pound. Quick Attack is better than Payday because it has Prio. It's worse than Peck though because Peck has coverage. It's better than Nightshade. No, it's not. Nightshade can't miss. Psywave can. A lot. And the chance to like roll up is not exactly reliable. Rage. I think people sleep on Rage. This is so much better. No worries, Yogi. This is so much better in Survival, but Every time you get hit, you gain 1 attack stage. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think it's D. It's low C, you reckon? It's either high D or low C. Rage is not the worst thing in the world to have, especially if multi-hit moves. It's like double edge. I guess I can go in this. I would take Hyperfang over it. I'd probably put it there. Yeah, it has some function. It's better in survival with leftovers. But yeah, it's fine there. Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf's okay. Razor Leaf's 95 accuracy. I think it's like 60 power, high crit chance, non-contact, decent PP. I think it's B. Grass is pretty good coverage. It's more reliable than Crab Hammer. It's better than Dig, 100%. Better than Karate Chop. You reckon it's near Bubble Beam? Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it fits better for coverage than Bubble Beam, honestly. Why is Ice Beam better than Flamethrower? Coverage. Ice covers all the big dragon flyers. There's so many flying mons in the game. Fire, there's so many water mons in the game as well. Fire has worse total coverage. It's debatable between the two, but my opinion is Ice Beam is better. I know Flamethrower has shed coverage built into it, but Ice Beam, sometimes you'll go into a battle where every single mon is weak to ice, because you've got grass, ground, flying, dragon, so many things. Fire covers steel? Yeah, sure, but water hits neutral on steel. I don't know. Like, we're trying to talk in the most general sense here with this tier list. Raw, Meme, Reflect goes with Light Screen, Razorwind, F. Razorwind can go like at the top of F. Like, you can get some. It's worse than Hyper Beam actually, because it's slower. Rock Slide. Ooh, Rock Slide is probably S tier. It's the best rock move in the game. And Rock has great coverage. Shed coverage. Gets Ho-Oh and like Moltres, all the Firemons. You guys reckon it's lower because of its accuracy problems? Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. It's just so good for coverage. Not better than Ice Punch. I mean, like, if you really want me to rate it like with accuracy included, it goes all the way down to like here then. So that's fine. Yeah, it's. I thought you guys knew it was 90 accuracy. I mean, I think it's fine here then. It's very, very valuable, but yeah, I guess these things are more reliable. Rock Throw is just way worse. It has the same accuracy problem. It's only 50 power, I think. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Rock Slide can go there then. Rock Throw is pretty bad, right? 50 power, 15 PP. It's not that bad. Like, Rock hits a lot of stuff. It has the same accuracy problem. I think it can go like low C maybe. I would personally take Rock Throw over Egg Bomb for the coverage. Rolling Kick, absolute trash, dude. Absolute trash. Get in the F tier. Terrible move. Awful move. Misses all the time. Yeah, 85 accuracy for a 60 power contact move. Like, I find maybe F's a little bit extreme. I just really hate Rolling Kick. It's okay. We'll put it above. Pin Missile. We'll put it above Pin Missile. That's fair. Sand Attack goes with Kinesis, but it's better. So it goes there. Scratch. Is Scratch just pound? No, it doesn't damage you if you miss it. Scratch is just pound. So that's fine. They are the same. Screech. Screech goes... you're here to argue every place with Callie, that's fine. Screech lowers their defense 2 stages. You can make use of Screech, but again, lowering opponent's stats is significantly worse than buffing your own. So Screech can probably go like here or something. That's pretty bad. What gen is Sludge Bomb? Gen 2, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Seismic Toss goes below Nightshade. Where's Nightshade? There it is. Seismic Toss fails to hit ghosts. Nightshade fails to hit normals. Actually, it goes above then. There's more normals than ghosts, so Seismic Toss is better. Sharpen. Sharpen goes with Meditate. Oh yeah, Nightshade is shed coverage. All right. True. Sing. Sing goes next to Hypnosis. Skull Bash. Music. Thank you. Let's switch over to something else for a little bit. Has to bug at least once. Can't have nice things. Skull Bash, 2 turns, buff your defense. Meh. It's better than Razor Wind. It's probably D tier. You could make use of Skull Bash. I would take Skull Bash over Scratch and Pound, because it takes 2 turns to do the same amount of damage, and you get the defense buff. I would put Skull Bash here, I think. Alright, we'll put Sharpen below Meditate, Callie, just because of the animation length. Skull Bash is Destiny Mod bait, yeah, but you can't like rate it based purely on a 1 in a 300 situation or something. Sky Attack's better because it's shed coverage. It's still D tier. It's better than the Okos. It can go there. It's not great. Slam is pretty bad. Slam is like Egg Bomb territory, but it's worse than Egg Bomb. It's probably worse than Bone Club. I think Slam's fine there. Slash is nice. Slash is good. Ember over Slam, that's fair for the shed coverage. Probably that then. 70 power, high crit chance, 20 PP. I think it belongs below Headbutt, maybe? I really like the flinch spam on Headbutt. It hits the same amount. Headbutt has less PP. It's probably around Headbutt. I think it's a toss-up. It just depends on what you like. Do you like you can flinch more than you can crit. So those two belong together. Sleep Powder belongs with the other sleep moves. Where's the Sing move? Lovely Kiss. Goes with that. Doesn't hit grass type, so I can go there. Alright, Sludge is good. Sludge is a decent B, I'd say. Maybe here. Sludge is high PP. It can poison as a secondary effect. It probably covers worse than the other two, though. Maybe Sludge goes there. Oh, you beat Kaizo Urban. Very nice, dude. Big rats. Big rats. Yeah, Sludge is pretty good. Pretty good. Smog. Smog sucks. It's better than Poison Sting, I guess. F. Yeah. Worse than Mirror Move. It probably goes like there. Probably goes like there, actually, right? Isn't Smog really inaccurate? Yeah, 70 accuracy, 20 power, 40% poison. Yeah, it sucks. Smokescreen. Smokescreen is better than Kinesis. Better than Sand Attack, actually. So Smokescreen goes there. Solar Beam. It takes 2 turns, but damn does it hit nicely. And there's that little drought chance too. It's either super low C. It's so much worse than Rock Throw though, is the thing. It's worse than Pedal Dance, because Pedal Dance, you know, just hits twice. Razor Wind's all the way down here, so I would take Solar Beam over Egg Bomb personally for the coverage. I think maybe the top of D tier. I think that's fine. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom is way worse than Dragon Rage. It doesn't hit as often. I think just for its lab value and early game value, we can put it like down there maybe. But yeah, it's nowhere near as good as the others. So yeah, like you know, it's got its value. Spike Cannon. Spike Cannon is so much better than the other multi-hit moves. Like, Spike Cannon is underrated. Like, at worst, it's like a non-contact version of, like, Scratch or something. It can often hit for 60. It's multi-hit, so it can crit. It's got 100 accuracy. I think Spike Cannon, to me, goes maybe high D. Yeah, I think it's better than Egg Bomb because it's reliability. I think people sleep on Spike Cannon. I don't know why. Splash, the king of meme tier. The absolute king of the memes. String Shot. I mean, String Shot's a meme, let's be honest. No, I think Spike Cannon's pretty good. Stomp. Where do you guys reckon Stomp goes? It's a flinch, it's worse than Headbutt. Probably like around Horn Attack territory, I'd say. All these guys are fairly similar. Stun Spore, worse than Glare. So I just put it one below Glare. That's it. I think Stomp's accurate. 20 PP, 65 power, 100 accuracy. So it's not much worse than Headbutt then, actually. I think for its power, I'm going to put it here. It's just a slight cut below Headbutt and Slash. When are they going to make a 69 power move? Soon. Submission. I'd like to think no one will argue with me putting this in F tier. Holy shit, submission bad. Low accuracy, and it has recoil. Alright, Substitute's an interesting one. Exarion 1 with Substitute. In Kaizo, it's more viable than Survival. I think Substitute goes into the C tier. I think Substitute goes with Agility. It can be situationally really strong. It's not always easy to make it work, but you can win with clever substitution uses and, you know, a lucky E4. It's entirely possible. Super Fang is not 100 accuracy. It halves their HP. This is a D tier. It's nice to have on tanks, but that's about it. I think this can go all the way down here, just below Acid. It very quickly falls off. But then in that case, practice, you have Cut and Substitute, so you only have 2 moves in Survival, really. So that's why it's pretty hard to use in Survival. Supersonic. This is a hell of a lot worse than Confused Ray because it's not very accurate. Confusion is a high value status to put on though, and it's shed coverage. It's not F tier. It's better than Stun Spore. It's better than Glare. Confusion is at least shed coverage, and it's a high value status to confuse somebody. So I'll put it there. All right, Swift is good. Swift is a non-contact, 60 power, like unmissable, normal move. It's like super middle of the road. It's better than Horn Attack because it can't miss, and well, you know, it's non-contact. So Swift is a nice like middle of the road thing. Swords Dance, top of S. We might as well do this now. Tail Glow is the best move in the game. Setup wins Kaizo. And special is better than physical, so unmissable is low B. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, setup wins Kaizo. These are the two best setup moves in the game. They're better than all the other moves because they just make the other moves twice as strong. So, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy good. All right, Tackle goes with his brothers down to the bottom of D tier. You think Rolling Kick is high D? I mean, it doesn't matter that much. Like, it's D tier, it's shit, so I think it's fine there. Tail Whip with Leer. Takedown. Takedown can't miss, can it? I don't think it can. Oh, it can. 90 accuracy, 85 power, and recoil. I mean, it's D. It's probably like there. Alright, Teleport is a meme. I like teleporting to save time at the start of a run when you're collecting the items, but that's about all it's got going for it. Thrash is probably the same kind of area as Petal Dance. It's higher power, but it doesn't have super effectiveness, or like Petal Dance does, and it doesn't hit ghosts, so they're both much of a muchness. Alright, let's just do what you all know I'm going to do. T-Bolt. Insane move. Electric hits so many things in the game, and Gen 3 is just abundantly it's just a wash with like normal with flies and watermons. They are everywhere. So Thunderbolt hits so often. It's really strong. The paralysis chance, like, it's just such a good move, dude. Let's see. Thunder goes with its other big button moves. Thunder it's definitely better than Blizzard. Definitely, and it has more PP and everything. Yeah, it goes with the other big button moves. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch goes below Fire Punch, I think. The fact that it's contact, like, and then I would rather have Fire Punch for shed coverage, and then Ice Punch has really nice uses against like big dragons. But all the punches are really, really good. Like, absolutely. Thunder Shock. Again, just because electric moves hit so many things. This could almost wiggle its way into C. Like super low C for me. It's non-contact, it can paralyze. It's nice. You feel like if Thunderbolt's better than Flamethrower, then T-Punch is better than Fire Punch. I mean, coverage-wise it is. So yeah, we can do that. That's totally fine. Better than Sonic Boom? I guess that's true. Yeah, this is fine then. Alright, T-Wave. This belongs below Glare. Belongs below Stun Spore as well. Actually, is T-Wave 100 accuracy? Never see it. Yeah, it is. Okay. That's fine then. Can't hit ground types, but who cares? Toxic is shed coverage, but it can miss, and people seem to think Toxic's good when it's not. Like, you don't have 20 turns to let Toxic ramp up in damage in Kaizo. Like, it's kill or be killed. It can go at the top of F, because it's shed coverage. But that's about it. Transform, meme. I've tried running Transform. It doesn't work out, so it's a meme. It's a fun idea. Toxic's good for the enemy mons, that's true. Tri-attack's really good. Tri-attack is really, really good. 20% chance to burn, freeze, or para. Non-contact, doesn't miss, 80 power. Tri-attack is fantastic, honestly. I think Tri-attack is A. I think Tri-attack is a really, really good move. Yeah, Dragon. We're equalizing for the run on things like Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage is amazing for getting out of the lab. Same thing with Sonic Boom, but it's not very good for most of the run. So I'm not accounting for stab because we're trying to generalize. So there's no stab and there's no accounting for cracked abilities, stab, or one part of the run. It has to be the whole run. So like if you had like if you had T-Bolt over Dragon Rage, like Dragon Rage might get you out of the lab, but T-Bolt's insane for the entire run. Twin Needle's okay. 2 hits. Poison chance. Twin Needle probably just belongs with these guys. Low C. I was thinking low C. I mean, it probably belongs with these guys in terms of power. Probably belongs with these dudes. Probably something like that. Vine Whip. This is like at the bottom of D. It's not F, but because it has like 4 times uses and stuff. But let's be honest, like Vine Whip is 35 accuracy and it's contact. So, and it's only 10 PP. It's terrible. I'll only put it here for the 4 timeses. Vice Grip, I think, is similar to Horn Attack. It's like a worse version of Horn Attack. So it's definitely C. It's just fair. It's below Confusion. It's just fine. Water Gun. Water Gun's better than Bubble. Water Gun's like C tier. Water's good coverage. 40 power. It goes with Thundershock, I think. It goes below Thundershock. I think that seems fair. Whirlwinds, that's a meme. Alright, Wing Attack is good. Wing Attack is good. 35 PP, 60 power. Flying type. I think Wing Attack belongs all the way up in... It's debatably A tier. Drill Pick's S tier. So this is debatably A. It's so versatile. Biggest issue with it is its contact. But super high PP, good for clearing out the game, covers sheds, like hits everything in the game. I think it can go like here. It's a very nice move. Withdraw, that goes with Harden and such. Wrap, that goes with Bind. Easy enough. Aeroblast. Aeroblast goes with the other big buttons. This is a cut above the other ones, though, because it's accurate, and it can crit, and it covers shed. So this is like the best of the big buttons, for sure. I mean, this is almost debatably B tier in Kaizo Aeroblast. You could honestly argue in Kaizo that Aeroblast could be B tier. Ember being disrespected. I mean, if it was Stab, it would be higher, but it's not. So that's why it's down there. I guess I can move it up to here. I can put it with Thundershock and Water Gun. This is what I mean about, like, the list can be revised. Things become more apparent based on where other things end up. So, that's good. Ancient Power. This is just one of those... Like, this is almost meme, honestly, because, like, everyone's like, but what about the Omni Boost? But it's only a 10% chance. It's shed coverage, it can't miss. It's like the only rock move that can't miss. It's 60 power, and the Omni Boost is amazing when it happens. I think this is like high C. It's always going to do something. It's fine. Omni Boost after the last mon. It's definitely not as good as Dragon Rage. Like, there's no shot. I think it can probably go like around Aeroblast, honestly. I would take Jump Kick over Ancient Power, personally. Attract, make the... Okay, Baton Pass is a meme. Beat Up is a meme. Beat Up's literally shed coverage and 10 power, and like it's just shit. Like, you never use it. Attract's the one where it makes them infatuated with you. Wasting a button like to do that, and it only works against 50% of them. Like, it's just awful. It's just F tier. Like, never use it. Belly Drum A. Belly Drum is like such a wild card. It's such a wild card. It's... I don't think it's F. I think it's D. It's just such... Oh, it's such a... It could go in the meme category, honestly. I've never seen... I'd love to see someone win with Belly Drum. I've never seen it happen. I used Belly Drum to get to Brock the other day on a really bad mon. Yeah, we'll put it at the top of the meme tier. Like... But I can't really rate Belly Drum because it's so variable. It's like the most variable move in the game. Like, it's so all over the place. So yeah, it's like the king of the memes. All right, Bone Rush. Bone Rush is kind of arse. $80 accuracy, 25 power, multi-hit move, 10 PP. It's better than the other multi-hit moves. You might be thinking of Boomerang. It's better than the other multi-hit moves because of the coverage. I've done work with Bone Rush before. I have Boomerang. Where did I put Boomerang? Boomerang's in B. It's better than Bone Club. Where's Bone Club? Okay, Bone Club's there. It's better than that. It's better than Egg Bomb. It can go there. 3 moves with Bone in it. Yeah, Marowak making an impression on the moveset. Charm is to lower the opponent's attack stat. That just goes with all the other ones that do the same thing. So like Growl. All of these just go down there. Like, lowering the opponent's attack stat is useless in Kaizo. Don't do it. Conversion 2. That's the one that changes into the move that just hit you. This is even more unreliable than Conversion. So yeah. Cotton Spore, lower the opponent's speed. Nah, useless. Cross Chop. Cross Chop in Kaizo is okay, but it's inaccurate. So it's 100 power. It's only like 80 accuracy, high crit chance. There's worse moves in the game. I think in Kaizo, just to have a big button, it's probably worse than Solar Beam, because at least Solar Beam's accurate. Crunch. S. S tier move. Crunch is fantastic. I think it's probably the bottom of S tier, but Dark type moves cover really nicely, neutrally and super effectively. The special defense lower is really, really nice. Crunch is great. Destiny Bond, meme. Curse. People have won using Curse. Arex won using Curse. On the right mon, Curse is fantastic. but he had like a speed boost mon, so he won the lottery. Ordinarily, Curse is pretty rough. Curse is playing into Destiny Bond, is playing into Perisong. Yeah, he totally won the lottery, let's be honest. Anything that buffs your attack is inherently valuable. I think it's C. It's like the very worst of the attack buffing moves because it has downsides associated with it. But any move that buffs your attack is really, really good. Absolutely. Detect is probably D tier. You can like fish with it. Nah, it's like high F. Like you can fish with it and stuff, but again, proactive like damaging moves always win out. Safeguard belongs next to Mist. Alright, Dragon Breath is pretty good. Dragon covers really nicely combined with fire. Dragon Breath has a pretty high paralysis chance. This is just like a nice B tier ability. It's like good utility. It's better than Crab Hammer. It's better than Dig. It's better than Karate Chop. It fits in probably around about there. I mean, special attackers are just better as well. Also, Bull Wizard. But yeah, Dragon Breath's just solid. Just a solid move. Probably belongs like here, honestly. Special attackers are just better in Kaizo. Yeah, there's a lot of bad moves. Speaking of which, Dynamic Punch. 50-50 chance to land. When it does, it confuses them and hits like a truck. This can go like low D. You can use this. But, you know, you're not going to have a very good time with it. But it's not unusable. Can Focus Punch be memed here? Sure. Yeah, Focus Punch is not a move you ever want to commit to having throughout the game. It has like fun uses, but that's about it. Encore is sometimes good in the lab. That's about all it has going for it. Using a move slot to Encore just isn't going to be worth your time by any means. So not very good. Endure, same thing. Endure is literally like meme. Like Endure's useless. Absolutely useless. Let's just do all the meme tiers quickly. So Block is meme, Mean Look is meme, Block is meme, Spiderweb is meme. Ingrain should be in banned. Imprison is meme. Where's Spiderweb? Where's it gone? I'll find it later, it's fine. But yeah, all those memes, like they're all just unusable. Okay, Extreme Speed. In Kaizo, Extreme Speed's pretty good. Normal typing's nice, it hits hard, it's prio. It's probably just a good C tier ability. It's like top of C. Full Swipe meme, absolutely. Absolutely. Feint Attack is worse than Bite. Dark Coverage is nice. How strong is Feint Attack? Is it 40? Oh, it's 60. Never mind. This is B. No, it's non-contact. Ooh. This is A, right? That's like probably there. Doesn't have the flinch chance, but it's got high PP. Dark typing's just really nice to have because it hits shed. It's special. Yeah, it's just a solid move. Flame Wheel is A. Flame Wheel is contact, but it's really high PP. It gets you out of being frozen, which is a really nice niche thing. I think Flame Wheel belongs around here. Being able to extract yourself from freeze is a really nice little bonus effect, and it's very high PP, so it's good. It's a good move. Foresight, meme. Frustration, F. Frustration is the most powerful at the start of the game, and it gets worse and worse from there. It's terrible. Fury Cutter, meme. Let's be honest, like Fury Cutter is just unusable. I've tried. I've really tried. Like, Fury Cutter just can't be used. It's terrible. Can't all fire moves self-defrost? No, only Sacred Fire, Overheat, and Flame Wheel, if I'm not mistaken. When you get hit by a fire move, you defrost, but self-defrost is only from certain ones. Future Sight is shed coverage. Other than that, it's pretty bad. I would put this at the very bottom of D tier. You can make use of this. I've had runs where I've used Future Sight. It's a cut above all of these like useless moves. You can do cute things with it, and it's shed coverage, but it's definitely at the bottom of D. Hidden Power is... Hidden Power's just like... Hidden Power has to go in the meme territory because it's so variable. It could be any type and any power level. Like, most of the time it's going to be like 40 power and a terrible typing. So you very, very rarely want to take Hidden Power. It's not reliable. Icy Wind, pretty good. Let me double check it. 95 accuracy, 55 power, 15 PP, lowers the opponent's speed. So it's not quite as good as the other ice moves. It's probably C. It's definitely quite a step down from the other ice moves. Its accuracy is kind of nasty too. It's like the top of C. I do dislike that accuracy considerably. Lock On's a meme. Iron Tail, 10 PP, 100 power. It's very low accuracy, right? Is it like 85? 75. Yikes. Steel's not great coverage either. This is probably C. Like, at least it can hit really nastily. Like, it's probably like the bottom of C. Like, when it wants to hit, it's going to do some work for you at least. Icy Wind better than Crab Hammer? I would disagree. Crab Hammer is 90 power. Icy Wind's only 55. Mac Punch. Prio 40 power fighting move. Yeah, it's 90% accuracy, but it's 85 accuracy on Crab Hammer. I'm just thinking about making like a holistic move set, like when I place these things. Mac Punch is worse than Karate Chop. Karate Chop's there. It's probably like a C. It's worse than Vice Grip. It probably fits in around about here. Like, Prio moves aren't that important in Kaizo because you want to be first anyway, but fighting's good coverage. It's more reliable than Jump Kick at least, so... to be honest, I'd probably put it here, actually. I put it below Jump Kick. I'd rather have the risk of Jump Kick than the weaker power of Mac Punch, I think. I think a lot of this depends on your playstyle. Like, there's going to be some of this is like based on my playstyle. So we've got to factor that in too. Okay, we're nearly at the end. There's like 30 moves left, and some of them are like memes anyway, so we should be able to get through these pretty quickly. Present, meme, like sometimes you're gonna heal them, it's barely gonna hit. Like, present sucks. Protect goes next to detect. Maggie, completely dependent on the roll, but it's 30 PP and it's ground and it's non-contact. At the very worst, Maggie is like 40 power, right? And ground is good coverage. Can't miss. I think for that alone, it has to be C tier. I think it probably fits in around Jump Kick territory. If you get really lucky and you high roll a ton, but yeah, it's better used in survival where you're you're a little bit more desperate for PP. There's much better things in Kaizo. Megahorn. Megahorn's okay. Megahorn's a nice big button to have. when you're running into like Mewtwo and things. 120 power, 85 accuracy, and it's rare to have a strong bug move. I am going to put Megahorn in B. In Kaizo, having a really, really big button that kills very scary things like Latios, Latias, Mewtwo, Deoxys. It's nice. I'll put it at the bottom of B. Yeah, it's in Crabhammer territory for sure. Same accuracy. I think Swift has to go above these two because Swift is accurate, and Swift plays around lowered accuracy. I think I'll do it like that. I think we'll demote Crabhammer. I'll tell you what then. Like, some people were saying they think Icy Wind is better than Crabhammer. We'll try it. We'll try it like that and see how I feel about that. I do really value ice typing. Having a move just to deal with big dragons at all times is fantastic. Metal Claw, ton of PP, 10% chance to buff your attack stat. This is just like a nice C tier ability. This can go down with like Thunder Shock and Water Gun and that lot. Probably there. Sort of around about Ember kind of tier. But Ember's shed coverage, so we'll put it a cut above. Mind Reader, Meme, Mud Slap. I'm going to put Mud Slap at the bottom of D above Future Sight. Like, you don't want to use Mud Slap. It's only 20 power, but being able to spam it on like Magneton or something and lower their accuracy, there's very fringe cases where you might want to use Mud Slap. So it's not F. I don't think. I think the accuracy lower built into a move that at least does damage. Like, you can get some early and mid-game value out of Mud Slap. Nightmare. Sadly, it's a meme. I've used Nightmare on a Sleep Mon before. It's fun, but it's so unreliable. We can't put a value on it, really. Octazooka. Let's check this one out. 85 accuracy, 65 power, 50% chance lower accuracy. Octazooka can go in. I would take Octazooka over Water Gun. I would take Octazooka over a multi-hit move. I'm gonna put it here, just above Petal Dance. It's not very reliable, it's not very strong, but the accuracy lower is nice, and water typing is pretty solid. Outrage. Outrage is the same sort of territory as Thrash and Petal Dance. It's the strongest hitting of the three and 90. Probably, I mean, like, Outrage at least hits most things in the game. So it's probably the better of the three. Perisong, Meme, Powder Snow, 10% chance to freeze, 25 PV, 40 power. So Powder Snow is definitely C tier. This is below Icy Wind. Like, yeah, it's got more accuracy by 5%, but it hits way worse. The freeze chance is pretty unreliable. This, like, belongs with Confusion, I think. Yeah, definitely Horn Attack-ish. It belongs with Confusion. I think I would take Confusion over Powder Snow, just for the power scaling. But, yeah, it's in that sort of territory. These are all just, like, sort of, like, nice generic moves you wouldn't mind having. Psychop's F tier. Like, yeah, you can copy a Pokemon that's buffed out of its skull, but using a move slot to do that, and it's so unreliable. Not worth it. Let's put Rain Dance and Sunny Day in the meme territory. Building a moveset out of them is extremely unlikely. The meme tier is like reserved also for things like Metronome, which are unquantifiable. So, like, Rain Dance, if you have, like, Thunder and Rain Dish, could be really good, but most of the time it's not going to do anything. So, these ones are, like, you just can't quantify them. They're too unpredictable. Pursuit. Let me just check out Pursuit quickly. 40 power, 100 accuracy. Just a nice generic dark move. It's worse than Feint Attack. It's worse than Bite. This is like C tier. This belongs with these guys. This is like Ember sort of territory. These are all much of a muchness. Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin is D because at least it can get you out of Leech Seed. This is like Mud Slap. Extremely situational. But it's a very high PP move, and it can get you out of Leech Seed and some other jams, so it could do something. Return. S. Return is the best normal move in the game, hands down. You should always farm Return to maximum power if you get it. 102 power. If it's stab, it's insane. Even if it's not, it's really good. It's like the bottom of S tier because it's a normal type and it's not going to hit all that often, you know, like. But it's just a really good move. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's definitely S tier. Reversal is like Flail. The lower you are, the more it hits. You aren't gonna really very often gonna be low enough to use it in Kaizo. Like by the time you're low enough to use it, you're at the risk of dying. How many steps does it take to maximize friendship? It varies, Tyler. Every certain number of steps you take, the game basically flips a coin. It's a 50-50 on whether you gain the friendship or not. So it's hard to say exactly how many steps. Reversal is like D tier. This is like down here as well in the territory if it can do something, but not very often. It's probably better than Dynamic Punch. At least you might get some consistency out of it. Maybe better than Vine Whip too. Not as good as like Tackle and stuff. Hey Flash, thank you so much for the second month, dude. I really do appreciate it. Rock Smash, that is banned. Let's do Sacred Fire quickly. Sacred Fire is probably all the way up in Kaizo. Sacred Fire is probably all the way up in A or B. In Kaizo, where you can PP max it and make it 8 PP, 50% chance to burn, strong fire move. It's really damn good. You reckon A? It's definitely A or B. I mean, in Kaizo, you probably want it over Flame Wheel. Let's be honest. Like in Kaizo, like where you can PP max it and get it back from PCs, it's really, really strong. I think it's fine there. I think I'd take Fire Punch for the, you know, the fact that you don't need the PP max and it has more general PP and stuff. But yeah, Sacred Fire really is very good. Absolutely. And it's shed coverage, so that gives it value. Sandstorm, meme. Same as Sunny Day and Rain Dance. Can't really quantify it. It's shed coverage, so that's about its best quality. Follow Me is a meme. Let's do that now. Let's see. Rollout. Icy Wind better than Blizzard? Yes. Consistency-wise, Blizzard is 70 accuracy. Icy Wind is 55. Icy Wind has like 5 times the PP of Blizzard. So Blizzard, these are all big button moves like that you might be able to get some use out of, but this is like things that you consistently be able to use throughout the game. I put Follow Me in banned, thank you. It should be banned, it's too good. Scary Face goes with Cotton Spore. Alright, we're getting to some really big moves in a second, but Rollout is... Honestly, I'm coming round to Rollout more and more and more. I've seen a lot of people doing work with Rollout recently. I think it can't go any higher than C. It's very, very, very hard to quantify Rollout because it's got that accuracy problem of 90. It can go at like the bottom of C, I think. Yeah, Rage-ish. It's kind of like Rage where you can't. It's very hard to say. It could really high roll. it could really bottom out. I guess it consistently ramps better than Rage. But yeah, they're very similar. That's a good call. All right, Shadow Ball, S. Shadow Ball is insane. Shadow Ball's probably better than Crunch, honestly. Absolutely nuts move. 100 accuracy, like 80 power, like Ghost covers really nicely. This is Gen 3. So we're going to go up until we reach... Grudge is a meme. I'll do that now. Where's the first move from the next gen? Acupressure. So we're going to go up until Yawn. Up until Yawn. So we've got these ones left to do. These are the last ones. Sketch, S. Sketch can be any move in the game. So I'm going to put it here. Sketch could turn into any of these things. Just having Tail Glow or Swords Dance is better, but like Sketch, Sketch could be anything. It could even be a boat. So Sketch is S, like very simple. Having the versatility of like finishing a moveset is really cool. Sleep Talk, meme. You can't. It's Sleep Talk and Snore. Like you can't rely on being asleep when rest is banned. On my way to Sketch Splash, do it. Sludge Bomb, S. Actually, no, Sludge Bomb might be A. Maybe Sludge Bomb is really high A. It's definitely a cut below Shadow Ball because it covers so much worse. I've got Sludge in low B. This is better than Wing Attack and Kaizo. It's more reliable than Rock Slide, but Rock Slide has better coverages. It fits in here with Rock Slide. It's only super effective against grass. So yeah, it's probably, I mean, like Rock Slide's not as accurate, but Rock Slide's really nice for its super effectiveness. Somewhere in there, that's good. Spark's great. Spark's only real problem is its contact. Spark is 100 accuracy, 65 power, 20 PP, 30% chance to paralyze. Its only problem is that it's contact. This goes all the way up in debatably A, better than Feint Attack, I'd say. I'll put it next to Flame Wheel, below Flame Wheel, I think. Flame Wheel has that shed coverage factor. They're both contact. Flame Wheel has more PP, hits harder, and covers shed. So, and gets you out of freeze. So, I think I like these three kind of near each other. Spiderweb, meme. Spikes, meme. Spite, meme. Maybe you could do something with Spite, but you're not really going to. Steel Wing. What is it? 90 accuracy, right? 70 power? Yeah, 70 power, 90 accuracy, 10% chance to raise your defense. It's better than Metal Claw, probably, just because at least it hits like twice as hard. I put Metal Claw... Where's Metal Claw? There it is. So this can go... This can go like around here. The accuracy is a problem. Like with Hyperfang, I think. Very similar moves, Hyperfang and Steel Wing. Steel Wing has more PP. Yeah, no, Steel and Rock are very unfortunate until Gen 4. Swagger... Confusions are a really good status, but potentially setting them up into a position to kill you is scary. I'm going to put Swagger in D. I like Confusion, but Swagger can come back and backfire on you. It's definitely one of the worst Confusion moves. I would Swagger over Super Fang, but I think I'd normally take moves that do damage over Swagger if I could. Sweet Kiss is Confusion as well. It's not as good as Confuse Ray. I would rate it above Swagger personally, just because Swagger has that scary, like, I might get killed for using this factor. So I'm going to put Sweet Kiss. I've got Confuse Ray all the way up here in B. Sweet Kiss is only 75 accuracy. I'm going to put it like at the bottom of C. Confusion is shed coverage, and it's just nice. Like, Confusion has real potential. I'm going to grab Teeter Dance now while I think about it. Teeter Dance is a normal version of... if I can find it. There it is. It's a normal version of Confuse Ray. So they both cover shed. Yeah, they're the same thing. So Teeter Dance actually has more PP than Confuse Ray. Sweet Scent meme, can't use it. Terrible. Thief, 40 power, accurate, contact, dark move. That'll be worse than Pursuit. That belongs with like Thundershock and everything else. I think that goes down here, just below Water Gun. Triple Kick is terrible. This is a really bad move. It's like probably going to be better than Reversal more often than not, but it has 3 accuracy checks across the 3 hits. And at best is 60 power and triple contact. So, terrible move. Twister, one of the few dragon moves that deals actual damage, that scales. You can flinch spam with it. 40 power, 100% accuracy, 20% flinch chance, 20 PP. You could do worse. This can go with like Thundershock and the others. I would take Thundershock and Ember and Pursuit over it because they have more super effectives, but it's okay. It's just serviceable, so it goes in C. Vital Throw is Destiny Bomb bait. You go second, you can't miss, and it's 70 power fighting. I'm still going to rate it as C. It's above Jump Kick for me. Like, despite the fact that you go second and you play into Destiny Bond, like, reliable, like, strong fighting coverage is nice for big, immovable steel types and stuff. Whirlpool belongs it belongs below Fire Spin. It sucks. Multi-turn moves just aren't very good in Kaizo. Zap Cannon goes with Dynamic Punch. It goes above Dynamic Punch. Because it's non-contact, but they are birds of a feather, 50% accurate moves. Aerial Ace, good move. Can't miss. Flying. Great coverage. I think 60 power. Yeah, 60 power. Very, very good flying move. It's similar to Wing Attack. You trade off PP for not being able to miss. I think it's slightly worse because Wing Attack is like more spammable, but very good. Air Cutter is not as accurate. It has the flinch chance going for it though. 25 PP, 95 accuracy, and 55 power. So it's kind of worse in every way. It has that flinch chance. It's still B territory, I think. It's like down to the bottom of A. Like, you'd still want Air Cutter. It hits everything in the game, and the crit chance is nice, but it's definitely it's a big step below Wing Attack and Aerial Ace. Arm Thrust, multi-hit move, very, very weak. Multi-hit moves are just generally trash. At least it covers, unlike some of the other ones. I'm going to put this... where did I put... Pin Missile. I put Pin Missile there. I'm going to put this all the way down, like just in front of Rapid Spin, I think. It's better than the other ones because at least it hits like steel types and stuff. Assist, banned. Astonish. Astonish is like the same sort of territory as Lick, and it can't paralyze. It's just a really, really weak ghost move. Let me double check that one just to make sure I'm not underplaying Astonish. That's 30 power and 30% chance to flinch. Okay. I'm going to promote Astonish. It can't miss. 15 PP, So yeah, it's better than Lick. Let's promote Astonish up to below Acid. It's just fine. Let's see, Blast Burn, shed coverage, 2-turn move. It's nice as a emergency button. Fire Blast is in C, so Blast Burn's going to go in D. Having just a big button to press if you're in a really bad spot isn't terrible. I'm going to put it here, just above Amnesia, but below Mega Kick. Like I would try to avoid using Blast Burn if I could. Actually, I'm gonna put it here, below Payday. And then Hydro Cannon, and Hydro Cannon's worse, and Frenzy Plant all fit in the same sort of area. Okay. Blaze Kick. Blaze Kick is not very accurate. It's a good move, but it's not very accurate. And it's contact. 90 accuracy, 85 power, high crit chance, and burn chance. Only 10 PP. I would take the reliability of Flame Wheel any day. This is a B tier. Yeah, it's probably better than Slash and Headbutt just because it has the super effectiveness, the burn chance, the crit chance. I would definitely take Double Kick over it though. I think it fits in nicely there. Bounce is just really, really hard to use. It's inaccurate. It takes 2 turns. I'm going to put Bounce down with like Sky Attack. Probably below Sky Attack, because Sky Attack is more accurate and Sky Attack can flinch. So yeah, they're about the same, really. Brick Break. Fantastic. This probably goes all the way up here in like high A. I think Low Kick is the only S tier fighting move, but Brick Break is really, really good. Brick Break can destroy Barrier and Light Screen. 75 power, 100 accuracy, 15 PP. Very, very good, just run-of-the-mill, strong fighting move, and fighting's great coverage, so... Definitely better than Sacred Fire, because you can use it more, but I think Fire Punch, like, just special moves win out in Kaizo, because special attackers are just stronger, because most of their moves are non-contact. Bulk Up is high A. Moves that buff your attack stat are always really highly rated, and Bulk Up has the added benefit of buffing your defense as well. It's better than Growth, because it has that secondary effect to it. It's considerably worse than Sword Stance, but Bulk Up's really, really nice. If you're going to take multiple turns to set up, at least you're gaining really good defensive stats along with it. So Bulk Up's fantastic. Maybe Control, but then Bounce can miss because I think it's only 85 accuracy. So it's got that problem. I mean, Sky Attack's got only 90 accuracy as well, so they're both pretty bad. You want to try and avoid using them. Yeah, they both suck. Bounce and Sky Attack are both really bad. Calm Mind is even better than Bulk Up. Calm Mind is the special version of Bulk Up, and special's always better in Kaizo, so that's easy enough. Honestly, Calm Mind is almost S tier, all on its own. I'm gonna leave it like that just because it looks nice having the synergistic like setup moves like being like that. But Calm Mind is effectively S tier, just because special is better than physical. Camouflage, meme. Charge, meme. Cosmic Power, buff both of your defenses. This is way, way, way better than any of the other moves that just buff defenses in the game. Being able to buff both of your defenses, this is like a really powerful against Brock. This can make Brock quite winnable all on its own. This can be really good in the E4. Like this is gonna go with like agility. You don't really want to use it, but Cosmic Power has that like niche kind of factor where if you have good heals, like you can just make yourself into an unkillable wall. So I guess with like agility and substitute, you're not very often going to be able to use it effectively, but it has that little thanks Jay. It has that little niche use. Let's see. Grass Whistle belongs with Hypnosis. Roleplay is a meme. Is Skill Swap here somewhere? Skill Swap is a meme. Let's see. Sky Upper. I'm just gonna kind of grab them in like because I have a lot of them. A lot of the remaining ones I know where I want to put them. Sky Upper is worse than Brick Break, but it's better than Karate Chop. It's probably better than Double Kick just because it's only making contact once. I think this like belongs with Air Cutter. Its main issue is its accuracy, but fighting's a really good coverage move. Very, very solid. Hail goes with the memes because you can't really quantify it. Is Odor Sleuth still there? Oh yeah, Odor Sleuth, meme. Perfect. Let's see. Taunt is a meme. Torment is a meme. Like all these things that like you can't really quantify because they might have some like extremely fringe benefit, but like you'd never actually use them. They all go in the memes. Music's bugging. Thank you. We can go back over to Mario. Trick, meme. Slack Off is banned. Stockpile and Spit Up go in the meme. Is Swallow still here, or did I get rid of Swallow? Swallow would be banned because it heals you. Even though there's an investment into Swallow, Recycle I believe is banned in. Is Recycle banned in Kaizo? It's allowed in Survival. Oh, Pi says Swallow is allowed. Okay, so it's a meme then. Recycle is allowed. Okay, so Recycle isn't banned in Kaizo. That's interesting. It's not nearly as valuable as it is in Survival. But being able to infinitely recycle lums and citruses and stuff, like in the early game, is really, really nice. I think I'm going to put this in C. It's so much better in Survival. This can go with these guys, like extremely situational, but you could accomplish some pretty cool stuff with it. All four of these are just like very, very situational. All right, Bullet Seed, F, like multi-hit move, but it's non-contact at least. It's definitely better than some of the other multi-hit moves. It's better than Pin Missile. Where did I put Pin Missile here? So I think Bullet Seed, at least Bullet Seed covers things 4 times effectively. I think it goes below Frenzy Plant. Cover 40 PP, 40 power move, I believe. Yep. So, I mean, like, it's not any stronger than, like, Scratch or anything. But it has that high PP value, so it just goes at the top of those moves. Crush Claw. Crush Claw is pretty good. 10 PP, 50% chance to lower the opponent's defense. That's a really nice benefit. 75 power, 95 accuracy. Worse than Dizzy Punch, 100%. I think Crush Claw probably goes around here. I'd take the reliability of Horn Attack, I think. Making moves 95 is stupid. I don't know. Some of the design decisions are questionable. Wait, is Cover non-contact? Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. My bad. I use it so infrequent, I didn't know. Non-contact. That can promote it then. It can go all the way up above slam. At least it's not as inaccurate as slam. Doom Desire. Doom Desire goes next to Future Sight. It's like vague shed coverage, and you can do something with it, but it's pretty damn bad. Dragon Dance. I think Dragon Dance has to be S tier. On the, it's never bad to have, and on slightly slower mons, like, it just ramps the setup exponentially. It's not as good as just having Swords Dance or Tail Glow, because just doubling your attack is just nuts, but it's still really fantastic. Dragon Dance is amazing. Dragon Claw, 80 power, dragon move. It's just a good solid move. It's contact, which isn't great, but I think it definitely belongs all the way up here. Combined with a fire move, this is perfect coverage. So I think it's worse than Sacred Fire. I would take it over Sludge Bomb, I think, but below Rock Slide. Yeah, I think it belongs around here. I think because Rock Slide has that really, really good coverage. Shed, Moltres, Ho-Oh, all the fire types, bugs and everything. I think I'll keep it like that. Endeavor. Endeavor's basically a meme. Like, it's one of those things, you'd have to be so low to use it, and like, you're just baiting being killed. Alright, Eruption. S. In Kaizo, Eruption and Water Spout are both S. In Kaizo, you want to go first. You can use a PP max to make them 8 PP, 150 power, max power. Honestly, in Kaizo, Water Spout is debatably one of the best moves in the game. You could almost argue it's better than T-Bolt because it can one-shot so often. I'm going to put it, I think, here. I think I'm going to do it like that. I still like the added like PP and secondary effects of these guys, but yeah, Eruption and Water Spout are just dumb in Kaizo. They really are. Extrasensory also S tier, easy peasy. Extrasensory to me in Kaizo goes below the spouts and eruptions. The flinch chance, the power, like, it's a really insane move. But the PP is less relevant in Kaizo than it is in Survival, so I think it's not the best move ever like it is in Survival. But yeah, I mean, special attackers are just so insane. Facade is not bad. Facade is 70 power, and then if you get statused, it's even better. You don't really want to be statused in Kaizo if you can help it. This really belongs at like kind of in the horn attack territory. I take the proactive Dizzy Punch Confusion over the Facade buff. Fake Tears goes with the other things that lower the opponent's defenses. Where's Screech? It's better than Screech. Trying to see where I put Screech. There it is, right there. Facade and Paralyze, yeah, I mean, that's like one thing you can do, but then you're baiting Perisong Destiny Bond. And in Kaizo, you're trying to like minimize your risk. Like Survival, you play into risk because you have to. But Kaizo, you want to try and minimize risk at all times. Alright, we're nearly done. I want to try and blitz the last bit. So Sheer Cold goes with the Okos. Can just go, it hits Ghost, so it can just go at the top of the Okos. That's fine. Fake Out only hits once per fight in Kaizo because you can't switch out. Being able to just deal damage like just for free on the first turn is nice. Like, I think this is like D. You're never gonna like just win a game because you have Fake Out, but it can help you out a little bit. Fake Out's just like a nice little bonus thing to have. I'm just gonna put it above Twin Needle. But yeah, there's better moves. I wouldn't try and use a slot for Fake Out most of the time. Feather Dance is one of those moves that lowers the opponent's attack by 2 stages, so that can just go down here somewhere. All of these lower the the opponent's stats, so generally bad. Flatter is better than Swagger. Flatter increases their special attack by 1 stage. It can't miss. It's obviously nowhere near as good as Confuse Ray, but the risk is slightly lower than Swagger. So that does put it a step above Swagger for sure. I put Swagger in D, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Swagger's down in D, so I think Flatter can go at the bottom of C. It's worse than Sweet Kiss. I'd take the accuracy loss on Sweet Kiss to at least not make the opponent stronger. Heat Wave is really good. Its accuracy is its only detriment. 90 accuracy, but it's 100 power, 10% burn chance, 10 PP. Heat Wave really is good. Heat Wave is like top of A here. It's nowhere near Flamethrower or Eruption, but yeah, it's a really, really good move. You definitely wouldn't say no to Heat Wave. Above the punches, I'm going to keep Ice Punch where it is and Aurora Beam. I just really, really personally value Ice offensive coverage. Hits adjacent opponents. Heat Wave. Helping Hand, Meme. Howl buffs your attack. Howl goes next to Growth, Meditate, and Sharpen. Just buffs your attack 1 stage. That's all it does. Hyper Voice is good. Hyper Voice is 90 power, 10 PP. It's accurate. It can be countered by Soundproof. It's probably better than Body Slam. It's like in this territory. I like the Tri-Attack secondary effect. And Tri-Attack can't be soundproofed. But it's a good A move. You could easily do a run where Hyper Voice is on your moveset the whole time. Ice Ball goes with Rollout. Very unreliable. It goes with Rage and Rollout. It has the potential to completely like snowball, literally. But it's very unreliable, so it goes with those guys. Icicle Spear. Icicle Spear is the worst ice move. I really like ice moves, but multi-hit moves are just generally fairly bad. This can go like with Pin Missile, like above Pin Missile. Multi-hit moves just generally have that accuracy problem. Iron Defense, that is the same as Acid Armor. So like there. Knockoff. The opponents don't really have items, so Knockoff isn't really going to get any value out of that. Yeah, this is the. I mean, the Mon tier list was the biggest one, I think, but this one's like more dense because there's more complexity on the moves. I'm not sure how long the video is going to end up being. Like a couple of hours. It's going to take quite a long time to render. Knockoff's better than Beat Up, but it's like very, very rough. It's gonna go like way down here with Mud Slap. Like you would generally try and use like anything else, but you could use it. Leaf Blade is good. Leaf Blade is a solid move. High crit chance, 100 accuracy, 70 power, 15 PP. It's only let down by contact, but even so, Leaf Blade is Leaf Blade's better than Slash because of the coverage. Slash is always neutral. Leaf Blade is definitely better than Psybeam. I think Leaf Blade belongs all the way up here, just below Spark, I would say. Very, very nice move to have. I think Spark, Flame Wheel, and Leaf Blade, they all make contact. They all have a secondary effect. I think those three fit nicely together. Magico is a meme, of course. Memento is a meme. Metal Sound goes with Screech. Metal Sound can be blocked by Soundproof, so it's worse than Screech. Where is Screech? Ah, there is. Which game was this song from? There's one of the Marios. Fever from from Mario. It says SMBM. Oh, from Dr. Mario, yeah. That's the one. Good call. Let's see. Luster Purge is a 5 PP move, 70 power, lowers the opponent's speed def. It's okay in Kaizo. This is like a C. It's worse than yeah, it's probably around here. It's like better than I mean, is it better than Confusion? You can use Confusion a lot more. Probably like here. Like I would rather have PP on my moves, even though you go back and PC a lot of the time. Like there are dungeons and stuff, so you'd rather have Confusion, I think, than Luster Purge. Mist Ball is like the worst version. Mist Ball lowers their special attack rather than their speed def, so it's like a worse version of Luster Purge. Magical Leaf. Non-contact grass move. I think it's 60 power and it can't miss, so it's good. I'm gonna double check that, but I think that's it. 20 PP. It's nice to realize how many of these I know off by heart now. Magical Leaf is like a better version than Swift because it covers. It's better than Dig, Karate Chop. I would take Magical Leaf all the way up here, above Razor Leaf. Yeah, a lot of Watermons in the game. Meteor Mash, 10 PP, low accuracy, chance to buff your attack stat. 20% chance to raise your attack, 85 accuracy, 100 power. This is like a better version of Iron Tail, because it has that added benefit of the attack buff. So I think I put Iron Tail in D because of its accuracy problem. I put Iron Tail here in like low C. I think that's fine. I think this can go below Curse. I think you take the added benefits of Curse, like the attack and the defense, over the mash probably. Mud Sport, meme. Water Sport, meme. Snatch, meme. All these unquantifiable moves, or like moves that don't do anything, just go in the meme territory. Alright, we can see the end, guys. Refresh is banned. We literally have these moves up until Yawn, and we're done. So, thank you everyone who's been hanging out. We've been doing this. Let's just get through these last sort of 20 moves. But the end is in sight. Let's see, Mudshot. Mudshot's pretty good. It's non-contact, which is rare for some of these ground moves compared to like all the boomerang and stuff. Let's see. 95 accuracy, 55 power, 15 PP, lowers the target's speed. The fact that it's non-contact and it covers really, really nicely, I think puts it all the way up here. I think Mudshot belongs with these normal moves. Actually, I mean, I'm going to demote Dig. I think I'm going to put Mudshot where Dig was, and I'm going to demote Dig all the way down to below Powder Snow. I think that's good. I think Mudshot was almost placeholdering for Dig was placeholdering for Mudshot. I think we overrated Dig a little bit earlier. All right, Muddy Water's really good. Maggie better than Dig. Maggie's just really, really like inconsistent. I guess it doesn't take much for it to outroll Dig, and then Dig plays into Earthquake and stuff and Destiny Bond. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That sounds good. Let's see. Nature Power. Nature Power is like really hard to quantify. More often than not, Nature Power is Swift. I'm just going to put Nature Power below Swift. Because it can turn into things that aren't Swift and just be worse than Swift. So, But more often than not, for a very large amount of the game, nature power is just swift. So I'm just gonna put it here. Just a worse swift. Okay, there's some big beefy moves here. Muddy water. Only the accuracy is a problem. 95 power, but 85 accuracy. Why is fly banned? HM moves are banned, just in Kaizo in general. You're only allowed to use HM moves in normal Ironmon. Muddy water is definitely A. The accuracy puts it down here with Air Cutter and Sky Upper. I think just because it's a special move, it goes above them. But yeah, it's a solid move for sure. Yeah, I think promoting Maggie to I think demoting Dig and promoting Maggie made a lot of sense there. It's just one of those things. Like, a lot of the tier list became apparent as we added more stuff. When I didn't have any reference and I was just kind of putting stuff in, it was harder. But now that we have moves that I can compare against, it's so much easier. Should it be that much better than Crabhammer? Crabhammer's contact. Muddy Water's not. Muddy Water has the accuracy lower. I think so. I would take Muddy Water way more often than I would take like Psybeam or Double Kick personally. The alternative is to demote it to like here. What OST is this? This is all Mario music. So I can't tell you exactly what game it's all from, but it's all music from Mario games. Yeah, no, the meme tier was a good idea. There are a lot of moves that fit in the meme tier, which otherwise I'd be like putting an F, so it's good. It was a good idea. Let's see, Needle Arm. Needle Arm has a high crit chance, right? Oh, no, flinch. Needle Arm's the flinch version. 60 power, 15 PP, 100 accuracy. It's contact. It has that weird added benefit of double damage against minimized targets. Very strange. Where did I put Leaf Blade? Yeah, Headbutt. I mean, like, Leaf Blade is all the way up here. But Leaf Blade has that crit chance and everything going for it. I mean, you could almost put this below Magical Leaf. Depends. Like you're trading off flinch chance for contact. Yeah, I'll put it here. Like the flinch is really nice. But it is contact, so I think there's probably a good idea. Overheat. Overheat is pretty hard to use. If you're a physical attacker with like some special attack, Overheat can be nice for shed coverage. But Overheat's pretty unreliable. Overheat's like D tier. I think Overheat goes like down, probably like below Egg Bomb or something. You don't want to press Overheat if you can help it. And then Psycho Boost is like a way worse version because it doesn't even have shed coverage on it. I think Psycho Boost, honestly, like, it's not F tier. You can do something with it, but it goes like right down there. Like, you would not want to use Psycho Boost if you can help it. Alright, Poison Fang and Poison Tail. Poison Fang is the one that crits, right? Oh no, it's just toxic. So 50 power, 100 accuracy, 30% chance to toxic. This is pretty average. Yeah. I'm only leaving Overheat like on the higher side just because of its shed coverage. Like, But yeah, you want to get rid of it pretty quickly. Poison Fang is like here. It's like very run of the mill. But it belongs to like Vice Grip. It's just totally C, like average move. Like it doesn't set the world on fire, but you wouldn't mind having it. Poison Tail is the one that crits. Poison Tail is the same move, but it has a high crit chance. It only does normal poison, but normal poison is better than toxic in Kaizo, honestly. Because in Kaizo, toxic takes too long to ramp up. So this is actually better than Poison Fang. This probably goes up here, I think. Yeah, it's just better in a lot of ways. I think I'll put it here. I like Maggie more for the non-contact and the the coverage. But I think Poison Tail over Dig makes a lot of sense because of its PP and the crit chance and everything. Revenge is like Vital Throw. It has to go second to be good. Revenge is actually worse than Vital Throw because it's inconsistent. If they hit you first, you deal 120 power. If they don't, you deal 60. You're playing into Destiny Bond every time you use it, amongst other things. So I rated Vital Throw up here in high C. I think Revenge goes in low C. Like you could do something with Revenge, but there's just very few times you'd want to try and make use of it because getting hit is just bad anyway. You just don't want to get hit in Kaizo. Alright, Sand Tomb, I'm just gonna whack that down in F tier. This goes below Fire Spin. Like multi-turn like percentile moves just aren't good in Kaizo. They're too slow and too inaccurate. I'm going to do Will-O-Wisp now. Will-O-Wisp is shed coverage. It is, it's a reliable burn. Burn is more valuable than paralysis in my view. Where did I put Glare? I put paralysis moves here. I would put as shed coverage and a reliable burn. I'm going to put this up like here. You could do worse than Will-O-Wisp, but more often than not, you don't want to press that button. You want to get rid of it. So all these D tier moves, like you can make use of them. Sweet Kiss territory. Yeah, we'll see. I might move it. Like for me, anything in D you would want to get rid of as quickly as possible. Anything in C, like you can kind of stomach keeping it for the run. So I guess Will-O-Wisp kind of fits that category. It's not like I could put it down here then below Flatter. That's fine. I'm actually going to promote Solar Beam to the bottom of C as well. You don't want Solar Beam, but you could keep it. Everything down here is moves you just want to get rid of, like for something better as soon as you can. Rock Blast. When Tej raided me, he was saying that Rock Blast is S tier. He was popping off with it. But in reality, 25 power, 80 accuracy, 10 PP. So on average, it's 50 to 75 power, and it's inaccurate. On the extreme high end, it's 125 power. I'm going to put it above Rock Throw, I think. I would always rather Ancient Power myself, though. Ancient Power has the Omni boost in the back pocket. It can't miss. I'm going to put Rock Blast down in like Octazooka territory. In these kind of like slightly inaccurate moves that you wouldn't not do a run with them, but you wouldn't go out of your way to get them either. Rock Tomb, on the other hand, is pretty bad. Rock Tomb's secondary effect is to make the opponent slower. 80 accuracy, 50 power, and makes the opponent slower. We're nearly done, Bob. The tier list ends when we get to Yawn, so we have these last moves to do. I think you'll probably agree with S tier. It's all pretty obvious stuff. Metronome caused us to create a meme tier. So Metronome found its way into the meme tier. Things that I can't quantify because they're so inconsistent. I can't really like say. So Rock Tomb is, where's Rock Tomb? 50 power, 80 accuracy. Rock Tomb is like the worst of these rock moves. It's worse than Rock Throw. Rock Tomb can go all the way down below Pursuit, I think. Like, you'd use it for coverage if you had to, but it's, you know, it's never gonna set the world on fire. Secret Power is good. 70 power, non-contact, normal move with a chance to do paralysis or poison. I think this goes into B, honestly. I personally would take this all the way above Swift. 20 PP, yeah, it's above Stomp. I would put this as like comparable to like Slash or something. A tier. Body Slam's more powerful at 85. Body Slam's contact. Alright, let's put it here for now. I think it's a step below Sky Upper and Air Cutter because the coverage they provide, even if it's more accurate. I think, yeah, I think I'll keep it there for now. It is a really nice move. Absolutely. I'm actually going to demote Feint Attack quickly. I feel like I overvalued Feint Attack a little bit. Alright, Shadow Punch, a ghost move that can't miss. I think it's 60 power, but I'm just going to clarify that. 60 power, 100 accuracy, 20 PP. But yeah, I can't miss. Very solid. Obviously, it's a step below Shadow Ball considerably. This is probably A tier, though. Ghost is really nice for coverage. It is a lot of move slug. Actually, no, maybe it's like here, right by Feint Attack. It's either like super high B or low A. Yeah, it's a physical move. I'll put it like here, I think. We'll put it super low A. These three are all fairly comparable in like power and stuff. Yeah, I might demote Bite a little bit. This is one of those ones where I put it in there early and I overvalued it a little bit, so we can demote that. All in all, I'm pretty happy with everything is, though. Alright, Shockwave, can't miss, non-contact. Yeah, Gen 3 had some moves that become contact later, not still. Alright, Shockwave is basically Shadow Punch, but it's electric. So, and it's better than Spark because it can't miss and it's non-contact, I think. I'll take that over the paralysis. I would put Shockwave probably all the way up. Like, it's definitely in this territory. I'll take the non-contact and not get the 30% paralysis chance, I think. Not being able to miss is really nice. I think Flame Wheel with the shed coverage and the self defrost is really, really good, though. So I'm going to leave that there. Signal Beam, really good move. I think this is A, like, no question. Best bug move in the game. 75 power, doesn't miss, confuse chance. Really, really nice move to have in your kit. I think this goes, like, nicely in here, sort of wing attack territory. Yeah, I very highly rate Signal Beam. I think I would take Signal Beam over Sludge Bomb, personally. Really nice move to kind of round out your coverage, and the confusion secondary effect is nice too. Very, very good move. If my Armaldo had Signal Beam, maybe we could have won. Silverwind, this is like this is one step below Ancient Power. It has the exact same problem as Ancient Power. It's nice to have a big button, but you know the Omni Boost is not reliable. But it's Kaizo. You can go back on PC. So I'm gonna put it just here below Omni. But I'm gonna put it below Aeroblast actually. It fits in nicely there. Smelling Salts, normal move. The opponent has to be paralyzed, which is not that common for it to get the secondary effect. This is like Vice Grip territory. It's just average. It's just fine. Most of the normal moves are. I'll put it above Vice Grip just for the added secondary effect. But yeah, they're much of a muchness, really. Superpower. This is basically F tier, I would say. It's like the peak of F, because like you might be able to just blow something up, but Superpower is just like a dead move most of the time. The fact that it takes away not only your attack, but also your defense when you use it, like that's just so much more detrimental than the other ones. That loss on defense really hurts you. Tickle, lower the attack and defense of the opponent. As always, lowering the opponent's stats is not as good as buffing your own. So this is like high F, but I'm not worrying too much about where I put the Fs anymore. They're all ones you just wouldn't want to take. Buffing yourself is always better. Uproar, multi-turn move, can't miss. I don't think you would want to use this in Kaizo if you could help it. It's fine. It like goes with the other multi-turn moves. Yeah, definitely the worst of the multi-turn moves in terms of power. You just wouldn't use this if you had other options. It's fine. C tier is for things that are fine. Like you could use them in your moveset, but there's better stuff. Like B tier is like if these are on your moveset, you're doing well. A tier is like, hey, like I could win the game, and then S tier is like, hey, I've won the game. All right, chat. Last four moves. Yawn is kind of a weird one because it's the most accurate sleep move you're allowed to use, but also it takes 2 turns. I personally don't put too much value on sleeping the opponent. I'd rather just kill them, and like Confuse is like more easy to spam out. So I'm just gonna put this with the other sleep moves. I put Hypnosis down here somewhere. Where's Hypnosis? There it is. Somewhere around there. Just D, like just whatever. All right, Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle is basically double edge. It's just a better double edge. You would prefer to use a different electric move, but you can always go heal if you take the recoil damage. Having a huge button for when you need it. It's definitely C tier. It's better than double edge. Like you don't want to use Volt Tackle very much, but you know you could do worse. You can get away with using it. All right, Water Pulse. 60 power, 20% confuse chance, non-contact. Water's just really good. It's better than Bubble Beam, I think, just because of the confuse chance. Bubble Beam's 5 power stronger, but the confuse chance is really, really nice. I think this is like low A. We need a water move in A anyway. This is almost like Leaf Blade sort of territory for me. Having Water Pulse in your moveset just hits a lot of stuff. It's got good coverage, and the confuse chance is really nice in the back pocket. Alright, last move in the game, Weather Ball. This one is extremely hard to quantify. It's almost like tempting to put it in meme tier just because it's really hard to say. I've won Ultimate with Weather Ball. So the worst, it's a 50 power, 10 PP, non-contact normal move. But if you get it on a mon that's a special attacker, you can like play into weather and stuff. This move is like really, really hard to place. I think just like if I tried to like average it out as much as possible, I'd put it in C. There's worse moves to have. But it's got potential just to come out of nowhere and be crazy. Yeah, it's extremely situational. I'm gonna put it like high C. I think it's good enough on its own that you could get away with having it for most of the game. And then if it happens to come online, that's that makes it really fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I'd rather have it than like Luster Purge. I'm gonna put it all the way here. I think that's fine. You gonna watch the YouTube video for it, Johnny? No worries. I mean, that's gonna take a little while to make because it's such a long video. This is like a 3-hour video or something. Like, this is the longest tier list we made by far. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out while we were making this and for giving me your thoughts. There are a few things I like over or undervalued, and then people kind of made me see the light. But I think we can all agree, like anything I've put in the S tier here, like you get this on your moveset, you're gonna have a good time. All of these moves are absolutely bonkers. They just are. So yeah, general sort of like structure of the tier list is S tier, always amazing. You should always take. A tier, if they're on your moveset, you're gonna have a good time. B tier, like anything B or above, like is good enough to win the game with. C tier, like you could get away with having 1 or 2 C tier moves, but like too many of them, and it's a really bad spot to be in. And then D tier, you want to get rid of these as soon as possible. I'm not saying you can't win the game with 1 or 2 of these on your moveset, but you're going to have a really rough time doing so. So anything D or F tier, just get rid of it as soon as you can.